Hello, everybody. Welcome to this short episode where we're going to introduce you to the Home Base Iowa program, specifically Lisa Martin, who has taken advantage of Home Base Iowa here in Clinton County. My name is Andy Sokolovich. I am the Vice President of Economic Development for the Clinton Regional Development Corporation, and I manage the Home Base Iowa program for Clinton County. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you are so welcome. I'm excited about the opportunity.
So you're a veteran. Tell us a little bit about your time in the military, what branch you served, actually my favorite branch because it was mine as well, and what you did.
Okay, well, I served in the United States Air Force, and I have sort of a unique story in that I'm a nurse by trade. So I went in later in life. I was actually in my 30s when I decided to go into active duty military. And I'd never, I hadn't been on a reserve. I haven't, didn't do ROTC in college or anything like that. But I'd already had this passion for the military since I was little. My dad was a prior Marine. And so he kind of really instilled serving the country into me and my brother early in life. So I went in my 30s as a single mom and brought my son was 8 at the time with me. And I served for about 7 years. I would have stayed longer, but the Lord had some other plans for me, so I didn't. But they took a Florida girl and sent her first to Scott Air Force Base in Illinois. And then the last part of my career, I got to spend in, drum roll please, Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Oh, Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Yeah, so that was quite a culture experience for me. But it was great for my son. He got to learn to do a whole bunch of cool guy stuff that he wouldn't have learned anywhere else. But that was I loved being in the Air Force. I got to I served pre 9/11 and post 9/11. So 2 completely different environments as far as the military is concerned. Pre 9/11, it was most of our deployments were
non-combat related.
Yeah. And then, post 9/11, that was something that'll stay with me for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, no, I was an air traffic controller in the Air Force. I enjoyed it. I obviously have a passion for that branch. And I love sharing with people just like you did my story in the military. And I'm always letting kids know, especially in that high school age, if you do not have a plan, think about the military, especially with a 4-year commitment. It goes like that, right?
Yeah,
imagine your first 4 years was like basic training, technical school. You get to your first duty station, you continue your OJT, and then before you know it, you're 4 years in and you have all those great benefits associated with your time in service.
Absolutely. And I went in as an officer because I was a nurse, but when I was on active duty, I was able to finish my master's degree and they paid for all my education and obviously got a lot of incredibly cool training that as a nurse, I would have never seen in a civilian sector. So just to be able to participate in some, I used to, in my mind, I thought it was really fun, but don't tell anybody that because,
Right.
I was in the military, so I shouldn't think all that hard work and,
fun.
Field training and all that stuff was fun, but I loved it. So
now tell me a little bit about your transition out of the military. What was that like for you?
That was something. Mm-hmm. I got out of the military in 2003 and decided to come back. I was from Florida, so I decided to come back to Florida, just a different part of Florida than what I was raised. But it was very odd. It was odd for a lot of reasons. One is at the time, nurses were getting laid off, which is crazy to me. So trying to find that kind of right job was really hard. The difference in your support environment, huge difference. I mean, when I moved into my house, you know, you didn't know your neighbors, and it was a pretty big challenge, especially, you know, being a single. It was really challenging. Um, so it took quite a while for me to kind of build a network of people. But in the military, it's so easy to build a network, and it's so easy to, I mean, you have each other's back from day one.
Right.
And so it was really hard to lose that environment, that security, that feeling. It was a challenge of a transition.
We're excited to have you here in Clinton County. When did you transition to Iowa?
Blame my son. Um, I just have the one son, and he works for the federal prison system. So he accepted a promotion to Thompson, which is over on the Illinois side, in case somebody didn't know that. But when we moved up here, you know, we were trying to figure out where to live. Like, do we live on the Illinois side? Do we live on the Iowa side? Trying to find a town that had that fit that we wanted, good school system for my grandchildren, things like that. But really, the Home Base Iowa program played a big part in that decision making, because, you know, can't get it in Illinois. There was no type of support like that over there. And Clinton County offered a lot of fantastic benefits, not just the ones that you normally would hear about, like, you know, helping with jobs and things like that, but even something as what some might seem as small, but being able to participate in some of the recreational programs and get some, you know, money off on that, or what they were able to do as far as some of the utility costs and some of the all those things that program offered, that didn't make the choice hard at all when we were trying to figure out where to go. And we loved Clinton. Clinton is such a delightful little town, and what they're doing downtown as far as, you know, revitalizing the downtown, it's really pretty amazing.
Good. Thank you for that. So applying for those Home Base Iowa benefits through Clinton County, was that relatively simple process for you?
Very simple, very simple. And when I went, you know, down, I get this confused because I can't remember if it's at City Hall or, oh, it's at the county building, right?
Correct.
They were so, I mean, even the things, they were so easy to talk to. They made going through all these different benefits very easy. Things I didn't think about or didn't realize, they were able to bring to my attention and go, oh, did you know you could get a free dog license? Well, that might not sound like much to some people, but I have 4 dogs, so I was pretty excited about that. So they were very good. They were friendly and made it very, very easy.
Yeah, perfect. Again, we're talking to Lisa Martin about the Clinton County Home Base Iowa program. It's basically a veteran relocation incentive program where if you're a veteran, regardless of what your service date was, you can move to Clinton County and receive benefits or incentives for doing so. One of our flagships incentives is a $1,500 home closing cost reimbursement towards the purchase of your home. And as Lisa mentioned, we also have incentives focused on utility reimbursements or credits, the ability to use the Erickson Center as part of our Parks and Recs department. You get a credit towards that. So a whole bundle of some rock solid incentives that you get just for moving into Clinton County. So Lisa, I want to thank you so much for choosing Iowa over Illinois, and specifically Clinton County, because we are better off as a community having you in it.
Oh, thank you. Well, I really, really like it here. So I'm glad to be here too.
Perfect. Again, my name is Andy Sokolovich. I'm the Vice President of Economic Development for the Clinton Regional Development Corporation. If you have any questions regarding the Home Base Iowa program, please visit clintondevelopment.com. Again, that's clintondevelopment.com, or call my office at 563-242-4536. Again, 563-242-4536. Lisa, it was great having you on the show.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
You too. See ya.